to an empty cabin, Sam missing with all of her equipment. You all gathered, searched room by room for any trace. You asked the innkeep had there been any passers-by in the night, and making a good assumption, you went to the acting Margrave Brandon Jr. Zimmerset, where only Bryce and Dolashara were allowed entry. Dolashara managing to offend the interim Margrave. Bryce managing to...
it, not Blythe.
Bryce managing to offend the interim Margrave. And getting the two evicted after some pressing insinuations of his involvement.
And some use of magic.
And a slight use of magic.
And he had good rolls, so,
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Shush. From there, Rose decided to stay in Westruun to research further into Stormbringer and any historical information relevant to her history, while the rest of you set out for Kymel, where you assumed that Sam had been taken, along with a cryptic letter given by a small courier boy, which invited the party to the Wishing Well Casino in Kymel. You rolled up into town a few days later, walking in and gaining very quick and entry up into the private quarters of the doctor who runs the Wishing Well Casino. This, of course, being a very obvious front for a previous member of the party, Dokufar, who was quick to get rid of his disguise and give the lowdown on what had happened over the few days before you all left to prepare yourselves for the invasion of the Ashton Mansion the next night. Tartarus attempted to threaten Dokufar with Bryce watching in with Berry Whisper, which came to no head, but the next day you reconvened, moved out up into the terrace district of Kymel, where you had a short plan with Dokufar on how to deal with the guards at the front door. Bryce managing to charm one of them into a distraction before Kaha bashed their skulls in. Dokufar cleaning up the two guards that were moving in just as you took your plans. You searched through the house, finding sounds from 2 floors up, before heading down deep into the basement, where you found Sam unconscious in the centre of a pentagram ritual. 2 figures, her parents, stood beside her with guards watching over the ritual. A fight ensued, and Bryce, brutally severing Lady Ashton in 2 with magic, fell unconscious to the revenge of Lord Ashton. And were it not for Dokufar, who managed to raise Sam from her unconscious state, you would have all fell to the severely angered Lord Ashton. Following this, you were left searching the room at all the little books and trinkets. And while Bryce reached for an adornment in the hair of Lady Ashton, a hand snapped from nowhere, grasping him and throwing him to the side before taking this blood-red eye and feather adornment and teleporting out, but not before speaking directly to Tartarus, stating that he would reclaim the mask that he wore. And that is where we left off.
Sam is still being held up in a hug by Carl.
Yes.
While Bryce is completely disassociated and still arguing with Dole that they shouldn't hang around in case. Even though Sam's the lady of the manor. It's like, it's still a case of shit's gone down, we need to at least find a place to hide and recover.
Dokufar had stated to Sam in passing as he left that she is effectively Lady of the Manor. Now, what Sam does with that in her state is up to her.
Sam's in no state to decide anything.
Exactly why Bryce was arguing about taking the lead on this. We need to find a place to rest, we can always come back.
Yeah, I agree.
I was so tempted to take Tiny Hut purely so we could have that whole... We could stay here, have a hut, but no, I took Counterspell instead.
Smart.
Come on, Carl, bring Sam. And we'll come back in tomorrow and we'll go through the place, but we need to find a place where we can all rest. And I'm pretty sure Sam won't want to stay in here right now.
I will put Sam down.
Sam?
Taking off my cloak and offering it to put round Sam so she's got something to like hold and come like around her.
I'll just like hold the cloak around me.
Come on, dog. Let's get you out of this place for the night. You need to have rest.
Never thought I'd say this, but I need a drink. Let's find a tavern.
To the pub!
You begin to head up the winding stairs, leaving behind the devastation of your battle. As you stroll towards the front door, you see a number of guards huddled around the front door, not decked in the colours of the Ashton estate, but another richer red colour. At their front stands a very austere tiefling woman, deep purple skin, ordering around these guardsmen, but not dressed in similar armour to them.
Hello, my dear. Can we help you?
She looks at you, snaps her fingers twice, and the guardsmen already move, shuffling around you all.
What are you
Who
doing?
are you?
I am Bryce. My name is Bryce Averill, and this is Samantha Ashton. This is her home.
And it seems you're escorting Miss Ashton from her home?
Well,
Yes,
yes.
they are.
As the major domo to the Jackdaw family, I cannot have you, ne'er-do-wells, causing trouble in their city this time. I requested
I will have you know that I'm now the lady of the house. My mother and father are no more. I say they have some level of authority here. You will listen to them.
She steps forward. You may be nobility, but I speak for the Margrave of Kaimor. You have no authority over me, girl. As I was saying, what are you doing escorting Miss Ashton from the premises? And I believe you said they are no more. Where are Lord Fabian and Lady Edward?
The corpses are currently downstairs after trying to summon a demon and sacrificing their daughter. She is kind of a bit traumatized with losing both her parents and them trying to sacrifice her. We're taking her for a drink and a rest.
Silence. She stares you down.
I'm staring her back.
So you are admitting to the murder of nobility?
I'm admitting to saving a girl's life.
Matters not what you've done, you have murdered members of the town without passing them through due criminal process.
If they hadn't, I would be dead right now.
And you'd have a demon rampaging through the town. But not just a demon. What was it, Sam? Archdemon? Third gate of hell or some shit?
The archdemon of 3rd level of hell.
You're welcome. Now, considering all of us pretty much died during this fight,
As you can
we all
see,
want a drink.
keep them here. I will go inspect what they claim. You two, follow me. She strolls away, hands linked in hands behind her back, down the way you came.
Me.
Fucking car.
She returns roughly 5 minutes later. I do see the bodies of Lord and Lady Ashton. However, I cannot believe your claims that they are the perpetrators of this
I
horrible ritual.
I pull
Do I
out
still
the
have the
book.
book?
I've
Do I
got the
still
book.
have that? Do I still have that book in my bag?
It was on Lady Evelyn's hands last.
I've got in my inventory Sam's mother's book because I took.
Yeah.
So I'm literally just pulling it over. I went, if you can, I'm sure a lady of your background will be able to understand many a varied language. And I present Sam's book, or Sam's mother's book.
She takes it very roughly from the hands, almost wrenching it, and opens it. I cannot read this. This is abyssal language. She shuts it. I do not deal with demons.
Well, I speak a
Despite
bit of
my
you. Let me translate.
We will discuss this a little less morbid occasion. Guys, we'll escort the gentleman to the Jackdaw estate. Lady Ashton, you will escort with me.
I'm not leaving them. You can't make me. I'm
You're okay.
staying with them. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm not leaving them again.
That's why I hate children.
I am not a child.
That was so childish.
I'm just going to stand up behind Sam with my arms crossed.
I'm standing next to her with a similar pose, but not full of muscles.
These four are not equal to your station, therefore they will be put somewhere different. Safe.
No, they will not. They'll come with me. They are my bodyguards. That's what they are. They will not leave me. They look after me.
Mm-hmm.
Call me a child.
Roll me
Wait.
deception. Nice. Yeah, she has a +8 on her charisma, and she rolled a natural 12. So,
But not necessarily with everything I've said about how we've come to. Couldn't that give her advantage or something? Because she's going with everything that we.
not against this lady, I'm afraid.
Oh, worth a shot.
She bears her eyes down at Sam while I don't recall bodyguards being so slovenly and ill-mannered when she turns her eyes to Bryce. It will stand with my decision. I will escort you to the Margrave himself, who will be less than pleased to be woken at this hour. However, you will be a guest. Your bodyguards, as she air quotes, will be put in suitable accommodations for the time being while we discuss.
You can drag me kicking and screaming then, because I'm not leaving.
If that is what you wish. bring them, escort them, make sure they are comfortable. I will take Miss Ashton to the Margrave. You fall with me, the rest of you. You know what to do. And as you are encircled by guards, you are escorted up towards the furthest mansion in the Terrace District, which is home to the Jackdaw family who run Kymel. The four of you are left in fairly comfortable quarters, as the Major Domo described, while Sam is brought up to personal Salar of Margrave Jackdaw. The four of you are watched quite keenly by a good number of guards, especially given Kaha's size and the level of office between the four of you.
I don't know what you mean. I don't have two tridents and a great axe.
It's fine, Kaha's a child.
While Sam, you are sat down in a very comfortable seat and immediately provided a warm drink that has been quickly prepared and brought to you, while the purple-skinned tiefling stands and waits for Margrave. I apologize for my manners before, but you see, with such ghastly goings on tonight, from what I have seen, I had to make a very executive decision. I am Prudence, the Major Domo of the Jackdaw family.
Couldn't at least have let one of them come with me.
I am afraid I have to abide by the rules of the trade, and those of insufficient station cannot be allowed within this room.
That's stupid.
You may make your own rules in your house, Miss Ashton, but I merely follow the will of the raid. With that, a rather aged, weak man pushes through the door, dressed in a nicely decorated knight's gown, still asleep in his eyes as he looks upon you. Well, this is quite the surprising news. Please excuse Prudence, she does her job very well, but it's rather strict measures. He walks across his hall, sits down in a heavy, plump chair, and just lets out a long sigh. Thank you, Prudence, that will be all. As for you, Miss Ashton, it is merely protocol that we clear up this confusion.
One needs clearing.
Well, the fact that your lord and lady, mother and father, are dead within the basement of your building.
Oh, after they tried to sacrifice me to an archdemon. Yeah, I think that was kind of justified.
Yes. It's just a matter of also having some unknown persons within possession of you at the time of the guard finding you.
They are my friends. They're basically my family now. They're the only people I have in this world now.
Aww.
He raises a hand and sort of waves it gently. Please calm yourself. It is late at night. I have had very little sleep. I do not distrust you, young lady. I believe my mage dome and may have rubbed you the. But she has to be stern for her image. She does a lot of the work. But this news that you state is troubling. I will have to file a long, wordy report to the Council of Amon about all. I believe you, in some respects, Fabian and Evelyn have been estranged of late. So some of your claims do not have weak foundings. However, there will be a small investigation, but if you so wish, you may return tonight to the boat to rest, and I will be in contact with
And
the
you
next.
couldn't have told me this tomorrow after we'd had some drinks or something with my friends, which we were planning to do. This could have all been taken care of tomorrow. Why was it so urgent that you had to do it right now?
The guard reported disturbances, loud noises coming from the Ash estate. A few also found guards unconscious at the door, 2 dead, which is quite terrible. However, if they are under the sway, or were under parents, then their misfortune may be overlooked.
I believe I can confirm that they were, considering when I tried to run after finding all of this out. My father, a guard told my father where to find me, and he murdered him on the spot.
Please, slow down, please. I'm not as young as I used to be, and taking in all this information,
I'm sorry.
tiring.
I'm just upset that the 2 people that I thought I could trust in my life, my mother and my father, just tried to kill me for their own personal gain. And the fact that the only people I can trust in my life right now aren't allowed to be here with me. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared of what might happen to me now. I've got no one.
Well, with all the happenings of tonight, by right of succession, you are Lady Ashton. It's not a particularly pretty succession, but should you take some time, you don't have to address all the formalities. I can leave that be. You may take full residency within the Ashton estate, and whomever your guests may be, they are welcome to stay. I will have a word with Prudence over this, and hopefully it should smooth over the rough patch that tonight has brought.
Thank you. I'm sorry for being so abrupt. Just upset.
Just no concern. I will just simply need to, of course, file my report to the Council of Amon. What they do from there is unknown. It is likely the Arcana Pansop call me stage an Inquisition into the doings of your but with cooperation that should be tidied up fairly quickly.
Is that all?
For tonight, yes. I'm missing a rather comfortable bed, and I think you prefer one as well. I shall have a few guardsmen escort you to your friends, you say, and then you shall be post haste to the estate. From there, what you do is your own.
Thank you.
No worry, dear. Now, if you excuse me. He pushes himself up, leaning on. I have missed a good 20 minutes of sleep that I truly needed these days. And he hobbles out of his own accord. 2 guards enter as he leaves. You are led down to a fairly comfortable lounge, sat in very stern silence with a bunch of guards all watching you. As some of you bleed into the fine couches.
Yeah, thanks for providing healing, by the way. Like we're dying here.
Do I look like I can heal?
No, but you look like you could drink. Where can we get a drink around here?
Not such a thing. Most places be shut this time of night, I would have thought.
What time is it?
It's probably about 2 o'clock at night.
Fuck.
Roughly.
Shit.
You said most places. Where's some that might be open? Casinos?
Casinos all shut in about an hour time. He looked at the big clock on the wall, squints at it. 2 hours time. Then, yeah, but if you want to wander around Kymore, I don't know. Be my guess, but don't recommend it. Especially not around those places.
What's that?
The entertainment district's not the most lawful places. Thieves, murderers, prostitutes, take your pick. Each one's a hazard, if you ask me. Got a nice secure job up here. Keep clean of the dirty places of the town.
Fuck it, I use lightning bolt and kill him. No. No, I don't even have a third.
King is way Tal'Dorei.
I'm the murderer. I suppose I can always go back to the Ashton Manor if you guys take Sam to the tavern. If someone wants to come with me, I can just grab some of the bottles and just drink them in the beds.
Well, Sam is returned to you guys roughly 20 minutes after you were split from entering the house.
Is everything okay, Sam?
Evidently not.
Apparently not.
Sam died!
My phone get disconnected.
It was timed perfectly when we asked, "Are you okay, Sam?"
Everything will be fine.
If you say
There's
so.
nowhere- Bye.
Everything will be fine.
Okay, carry on, Carl.
What do you want to do, Sam?
Honestly, no clue.
Do you want to drink? Do you want to sleep? Do you want to party? Do you want to punch something?
How about all the above?
Okay. What about games? We can play some games.
What kind of games?
Your house looks fun for hide and seek.
You know, let's do it.
Yes.
Hide and seek at mine.
Oh, I'm so good at this game.
Hide and seek after just murdering.
Rule number 1: no going in the basement. We haven't cleared it yet. Rule number 2: anything of value, as long as it's okay with Sam, let's sell and let's get ourselves some powerful shit.
But first we play hide and seek.
Rule 3: shotgun not it.
You guys laugh and sort of stroll back in the late hours back to the mansion, where now stood at the door, trying to prop up the two unconscious bodies, is a very aged individual. Sam recognised as Archibald, the major domo of the Ashton family. Who has likely been awoken by the large mess that you guys have caused.
Oh, yes.
He takes a squint at the lot of you walking toward.
Excuse me, Lady of the Manor coming through, please clear the way.
Miss Ashton, what are you doing out this time of hour?
Well, mother and father tried to sacrifice me to an archdemon, so my friends came to save me. They're now dead. I was taken to to the Margrave, and now we're here, so...
Is this fanciful story a bit morose?
I wish it was, but no. Mother and father did just try to sacrifice me, believe it or not.
I believe even the great Scanlan Shorthold couldn't come up with a tale as riveting as that. I saw his name in a book one day.
He squints at you all, shakes his head. No. Ordinary Ashton, we never do such a thing. No. Perhaps if you'd like to all come in, it's looking a little dreary out. And I'll have something prepared. Most of the servants are asleep. I heard some noises.
That was probably the noises of the guards coming to find us.
He escorts you through to the dining hall, where you all sit down. Tartarus attempts to leave the room as you are all being seated, and Archibald walks off through a small door designed for servants to hurry between the kitchens.
Tartarus, we haven't started hide and seek yet.
No, I think I'm gonna rush.
Well, what?
It's at this
Tal'Dorei?
point.
Who was that man? That appeared? He said something about your mask and other things. Who was it? It looked like the man that gave me the autograph from Percival. But that can't have been him. Because that man was nice. This man doesn't seem too nice. Who was he? You can trust us.
The man that you saw in Westron compared to the man you saw not 2 hours ago, not even an hour ago. The difference between the two is the latter had a larger number of scars all over his face and neck. Horrid, deep, gouging scars that look almost from a blade has been hacked into the face.
He... I'd rather not talk about it now.
You know what? I would rather have not told my life story to Margrave. Yet here we are. Tell us.
Dole just gives Tartarus that look of tell her.
Okay, I give you the autograph back then.
Not what I want to know, but thank you very much.
Dole rolls his hand like there's more to it. Keep talking.
Look, I told you, I have already told you who it is. When we found Kaha, he asked me where I got my mask. And I told him, I got it from someone I killed. So there you have it.
Wait, go back a step. Killed? Then how are you there?
Don't know.
That's some weird magic shit, that is.
To be fair, with what we've seen, it wouldn't surprise me.
Dole crosses his arms, and it's got something to do with Gatsha, right?
Yes, probably. I don't know how he survived. Probably because I left his body there. I should have burned it.
So, who is he?
His name is Mortis. He was a cultist.
A cultist? What kind of cultist?
From what I've learned, he was worshipping someone called Crold King, I think, or something.
Has any of us heard of this?
Is this why we were looking
Yeah,
around those libraries, Tartarus?
but I think it was with Dal, I think.
It was with Dal,
Yeah.
not
No.
Dole. Not
Was it the Gal?
It was with Dal.
Yeah. It was with Dal.
Oh, yeah. Rewind then. It was still
Tartarus.
with me technically, but not with me.
Anyone can make, except for Kaha, make a religion check for the
Oh.
Crawling King.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So, I will make one for Dole. Dole. If the page will load.
That's when it would be awesome if you were here.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, Rose isn't here.
Yeah, we know. We did it just to see if she'd get a natural 20.
Rose knows everything, just isn't here to tell us the information.
So, the three of you, Sam, Bryce, and Dole, know the Crawling King as one of the betrayer gods that was sealed away beyond the divine gate. As much as you know.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Tartarus. You know you can trust us with it.
It's not that I don't trust you, just that I don't like talking about it.
A lot of people don't like talking about a lot of things, but they need to be said. Whether it be for safety, whether it be just because, we know the person and we want to know who it is so that we can protect you. Because like it or not, we're friends and we want to protect you.
Looks like we protect Sam.
Protect me.
And you're too fair, Tartarus, you are quite strong, but no matter how strong you are, sometimes you can get outnumbered, in which case it's all backup.
You know, that man, he's dangerous. I don't know how he's alive, but now that I saw that, I know that I have to do much more to destroy him and his cult.
And we'll be with you every step of the way.
I don't know if I heard you right, but you said destroying a god, right?
No.
No? Oh, Because I think we should destroy gods. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, how about the Stormlord?
Fucking prick, don't listen to me.
There's nothing fun about it. You don't know what these guys can do, what this guy can do.
You're right, we don't. But if we don't end up...
I can
if
show you though.
everything get you down, it will always have power over you. If you need to be able to chill and have a laugh about some things, it doesn't mean not taking it serious. Not letting it drag you down.
I mean, hey,
You
what
wanna
my
see why I'm
parents...
so serious? I'm gonna show you why I'm so serious. And I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna take the upper part of my armor off so they can see my whole upper body clearly. And I'm gonna take my mask off as well.
What you guys see as he takes his mask off, for those of you who haven't seen his face, he's a very pale.
Sorry, my thing muted then, I missed all of that.
So you watch as Tartarus pulls off, starts basically unbuckling parts of his armor, or pulling off the mask, and his skin is very pale grey, almost just a slightly darker shade than his silver hair. But that's not what catches your eye first. What does is the immensely numerous number of scars glittering up, down across his body, front, back, side, along his arms, along his neck. Even a few upon his face.
Yeah, we didn't say they weren't strong and they weren't.
This is
You
why
know-
I'm not
But
so
it's
happy. all the time.
sadistic as well.
You know, things like this are the reason we have to have a little bit of fun. Forget. Just for a moment. Just for a little while. Forget things that have such an impact on our life that we wish never existed. If we take a moment, just have a little bit of fun, it helps us forget. That's why we want to help you. We want you to know that we're always going to be here for you. We're going to be your friends through the good, through the bad, through everything, and we're going to help you forget about your hardship, even if it's just for a millisecond.
What do you guys know about hardship?
Well, my parents just tried to sacrifice me to a demon, so maybe a little bit.
And you know nothing of my life met in the last town. Trust me, no one travels like this unless they've got. We're not just going to up and leave where we're married with kids and we're running a successful business. The reason we're traveling like this is we've got something shit that's fucked us up, and we want to get it sorted.
I just kind of cross my arms and shrink into my chair a little bit.
But don't
And
you
you know-
dare say we haven't been through hardships. You're right, we didn't know what you've been.
And you know what? We're all a little broken. But that's what makes us us, is that we are a little broken. And though we have pieces of us that are missing, there's other people who help to stitch us back together. The stitches might not be perfect, but they're there. And that's what we want to do for you.
It's at this point you hear the door open. I have a set of, oh good God, as he sees Tartarus's scars.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress up again.
I'll leave this tray of teas as he sort of sets it on the table very carefully. If there's anything else you require, do ring the bell. He runs out.
Oh,
Well, that was
bless
second.
your heart.
I'm sorry, son, about your parents.
You know what? After what they just tried to do, I don't really care. Well, I do a little bit for my parents, but no one deserves parents like that. And they weren't my real family. They tried to do that. You guys are.
Well, Sam, I'm almost 40. I can be your dad now. You've got your big brother Kaha sulking away on slinking into his. You've got your creepy Uncle Tartarus. You've got your probably gay lover doll. But, you know, good luck with that because you're a woman and you know he's gay.
It's at this point that Dole gives a very stern glare at Bryce.
I'm just gonna grin back at him.
I was gonna walk over and just give Doll like a hug, and then go over to Kaha and give him one too.
Kaha looks on the verge of tears right now.
Buddy, give him the biggest hug.
Just squeeze you back.
You guys are so wholesome.
We try.
I mean, Kaha is obviously more childish than the rest of us at times, but I'm sure he can. We're not all wholesome. We've just learnt that shit happens. You lose a lot, but you have to try and find those moments that make it. Okay, you've lost a lot, you've been through the shit, but you need to find those little glimmers, like looking up in the sky. All that darkness, you need to find that star.
I can't.
But you have. We are that star for you. We're here to try and take that sadness away. Though we might not, that sadness will probably never go away. I understand that from what I've been through. But we are here for you to deal with that sadness. Just like, you know, you guys are here to help me deal with it. I'm here to help you guys deal with it. We're here for each other.
I'd like to stand up and walk over to Tartarus. I just look at him, and I'm just gonna give you a massive hug.
Oh.
I like having a hugger in the party.
Sam would run in just like group hug.
Come on, bud, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm not joining in the group hug, but as soon as he's free, I'm going to offer him a manly shake.
Tartarus.
Tartarus just tries to reach, but probably can't, given he's now smothered by one half orc.
I did say I'd wait till the hug was over.
Ick would be vomiting in the corner if he was to the night.
I'm just gonna let him go. Put my hands on Tartarus's shoulders and go, Kaha. Not Kaha. I'm Kaha. Put my hands on Tartarus's shoulders. Just look him in the eyes and go, Tartarus, you're fucking cool. All right. Don't forget that.
Thank you.
And go back to my chair.
Right, so what were we going to do?
Now that he's free, I offer the handshake.
Dole has just been sat there drinking the tea and then just goes, "Oh, I think I need to sleep. I am covered in bruises. I am really tired."
That sounds like a plan, actually. Kaha, hide and seek tomorrow. Sleep
Promise?
now? Promise.
Long rest, bitches.
Right, where do we sleep? Do I sleep on this table?
No, we have guest rooms. I'll show you.
Ooh.
And I'll show them to rooms.
We're being shown to rooms and going to sleep, I assume.
Yep. Because sleep is good.
Long rest.
Yay, all our health back.
Oh, I can rage again.
Rage for hide and seek. I will find you!
So you're all heading off to bed?
Yep.
Okay. You all are assigned various guest rooms. There's quite a number of rooms in this house. Sam, you return to your own room and settle down. And I would like everybody but Kaha to leave the chat.
Oh, this is strange. I'm concerned.
Potentially. Let me just find the right. There we go. So, you are given a fairly large bed, just because of your size, and you settle down for the night. You begin to dream. You recall your mother and father, your days as a youth. Time passes in your dream. You dream of Craghammer, your time running with the orphans of the city. And then they're gone. Next, you see your current friends stood with you in a mighty battle. But one by one, they fall. Tartarus first, then Bryce, then Rose, then Dol, then Sam. Struck down, burnt, skewered. Sam, the last of them, looks at you as an axe cleaves her head from her shoulders. Your right eye begins to burn as you hear whispers in your head. You fear death. You fear absence of the divine. They do not watch over you, but I do, with great interest. You have potential. So much, such a strong being you could be. And yet, all we have to do is carve away the weakness, which is your fear of loss, your fear of losing them. In time, I can offer you so much. A means to ensure their survival. What do you say?
What would I need to do?
Very little. That is the beauty of it all. Simply learn and listen from time to time. And I can promise they won't leave your side ever.
If that's all you can offer, that I will listen.
People mock your intelligence, but at heart you smart. For a mortal, at least. Dream well. young mortal. And no, I have watch over you. The voices, the whispered retreat, and you are left as the bodies that had just fallen before you rise again, the wounds sealing, their smiles returning, before the warm light of day stirs you back awake.
They'll bring everybody back.
Yeah.
And I am back. It's me, Valentina.
Morning.
Evening.
Okay. The next day comes, and it's a quiet day. You mostly spend it within the confines of the estate. Dole reminds you, Sam, about Rose being still within Western, and you send off a letter to Western addressed to her,
Hide and seek.
to Southern.
Wait and see, my house now.
Please tell me the letter says, Rose, you're it, come find us.
Yeah.
But it will be a few more days before Rose manages to return.
So what you're saying is we've got a few days to find the best hiding spots in Kymel.
Jake, is there? I'm assuming Sam's got a library here. In this lavish manner, there's going to be some form of library.
The Ashens do not have a library.
Oh, fuck these people. I'm glad they're dead.
Whoa!
Why? Why do you think Sam had to get like all of her books from like everywhere else because there's no library? The closer you get to a library, it's Sam's room.
The only books you can find are within Sam's room, the basement, which are all occult books of varying languages, some older and some more recognisable.
But I was basically hoping to find, just come across, even if it's just one random spell.
No, and the other room containing books is an office, most likely belonging to Lord Fabian, which contains a lot of books on business, a few personal diaries from his young ages.
Can I investigate and spend some time going through the notes and stuff? Because every rich person has got a secret safe in their office. I want to see where he's hidden the good shit.
Make an investigation.
Do you want investigation for the books first, and maybe like reading through his stuff, or just overall?
Yeah, investigation for the books, and then an investigation for any other secrets.
So that's for the books.
If
So
you
like,
give anything away.
yeah, exactly. So see if I can find like anything that. Basically, I was hoping if I roll high enough, I'd get an advantage for looking in the room because I found the diary. I'd be like, oh, this sort of leads it to this. You know, that sort of like Da Vinci Code kind of clue set. See if I can suss any of that shit out.
Okay. So that's the first one for the books. Give me the next one.
Fuck's sake, natural one.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to try and get a good roll for the book so I could get an advantage.
So you comb through first the books in Lord Fabian's office, having got the key off of Archibald through Sam's permission. You read through of his early years, how he used to be a knight in the Immortan Guard before passing out through age and returning to Kymel to fulfill his duty as head of the household, meeting Lady Evelyn, a daughter of a nobleman during the time in Iman, getting married and then eventually having Sam.
That's where I would close the book. I wouldn't go past the pregnancy.
You open up another. It's books on business tactics, business strategies, some tomes of recountings of business deals that he's made, past and near present. But there's been nothing magical to it. The one tome that you did pick up, written in Abyssal, which you do speak, I believe,
Yes, I do.
reads of ritual practices, how to set up the arcane sigils for particular rituals, how to contact their specific lord, but also how to gain favour or request that the Lord of Minaris has asked of them. One of which includes a small depiction of that headpiece that Lady Evelyn wore as a conduit of demonic power.
Okay, she does.
That's going to be a book that I'd be keeping on me for a while. Be tucking it into almost like my cape. I haven't quite got a book holster, but I've definitely.
You'd have a satchel on you.
Yeah, I've literally got like a messenger satchel as well. That's got like my books and any form of like note.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing as Bryce spends his day investigating?
I promise Kaha hide and seeks I better ever.
I will join in with hide and seek when they play, to be clear.
Okay. If everybody who is playing hide and seek,
Definitely me.
Me, I guess.
Kaha, Sam, Dol will join you,
I will.
Bryce, Tartarus.
No, I'll just
Come
go and
on,
find like an
Margaret.
empty room.
Okay, 4 of you. Can everyone roll just a flat d20 for
I'm gonna be it, aren't I? No,
No.
stop it!
Sam is first, so I need everybody to roll stealth. Sam, roll me investigation with advantage because you are in your own house.
Oh, I'm so good at hiding.
Russ puts a lampshade on his head.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for Dol, don't I? Stealth. Okay, so Sam, given it's a house, is made to think it first, which is a huge mistake for a lot of you, as you scatter to the four corners. Bryce, you are sort of bowled over by Kaha, sort of sprawling as Sam starts her 10 count. You get up as Sam is counting 7 and sprint through a set of doors, trying to sort of tuck yourself behind a curtain. But Sam knows exactly which direction you've gone and walks into the room you are hiding in and spots your feet from under the curtain very quickly.
I was so like, well, let me look at stealth. So I want to see if I've got. Oh, I was so tempted to take Misty Step so I can just sort of like not here.
Guys, we have a stream recommendation. Someone suggested the first person to be found buys drinks at the tavern.
It's a bit late for that, isn't it?
Kaha, you, as much as your childish nature, you are not as small as you used to be.
I've also never
during the
actually
day.
played hide and seek.
So, what you do is you sort of take the entire idea of hiding, but don't quite get the idea of being completely inconspicuous, and try and wedge yourself under a sofa within the salar, And so as Sam wanders in, she sees your legs sticking out from underneath, just gives them a light tap, to which you innocently poke your head out. Dole,
Howdy.
Damn it!
being a bit smaller, does the smart thing of hiding as far away as possible from Sam, tucked under her bed in her own room. But Sam, of course, knowing the house very well, manages to find Dole within a few minutes of finding Carha.
I guess it's my turn to seek.
Sam's good at this.
Yep. Stealth and Bryce investigation.
Here comes my another natural 1, because I'm cursed.
I'm so good at this hiding thing.
Ah! So Bryce begins his 10 count in the foyer. Some of the servants giving strange looks to the four of you performing this act. But there's still a bit of tense air within the events of the last week. You immediately sent Merry Whisper down from the trouser leg, and it crawls onto Dolashara, who fails to notice. And you use that in order to find him almost immediately. And then Carha is not too much of a challenge to find either.
I was literally going to have Merry Whisper crawl in front of wave its front little left.
You find Carha trying to take your own tactic, the curtain. But the curtains seem to have a very large bulk about them, sticking a bit further out of the wall than they normally do, as you pull them open to find Carha almost coiled in a ball, as it were. But you fail to find Sam, who, with her smaller size and knowledge of the house, has managed to open the lid of her piano in the music room and climb within, lying as flat as she can underneath the lid of the piano.
That's fucking genius.
And
Can I
so,
start playing the piano, not knowing she's in there?
no.
Mean.
No, you never assume that she can be musical due to how open it is. It is mostly a polished wooden floor with musical instruments around, and even you would not suspect Sam to be able to manage to shape herself just small enough to fit under the lid and over the strings. It takes about another 2 hours before Sam finally gets a little too uncomfortable and climbs out of the piano, you declaring her the victor.
Well done, little Sam.
I'm too good at this.
Yeah.
This is unfair. You know the house.
As I say, shouldn't expect any less. You know this place.
Yeah, that's not fair. Sorry.
This house isn't designed for someone my size.
I'm sorry. And I'll give Kaha a hug.
So, one last round. Dole is going to search for you lot. Oh, God.
I'm so good at this. Come on, guys, get on my level.
This time, poor Carha is the only one found, as Dole manages to find him tucked a little better this time behind a large column within the main hall, as he's sort of pressed up against the wall. But after a little bit of searching, Dom does appear from just a good enough angle to spot the bulky muscles of the half-orc. Bryce, you take a page from Sam's book and just follow her to the good spots, where she manages to squeeze in a gap between the door, one of the doors, and a wall, so it folds in, so she is completely concealed, and you just about manage to stay behind a larger door, holding it closed so that you are completely concealed. Tartarus, what have you been doing within the 4-ish hours that they've been running about making fools of themselves?
I'm going to go and find an empty room, and I'm gonna try to communicate with my patron.
So it's a little difficult at first, as you hear the bounding footsteps of all of them running about the house trying to hide, and you settle down meditatively on your knees, your weapon laid out in front of you. It's quiet for a long time as your perception of reality shifts. Your hearing now blots out the ambient noise of reality. You return.
Yes,
I know why you've come back.
you do. Then do you have my answer?
Perhaps ask your question.
Why is he alive? I thought you devoured him.
His form, perhaps. But there are beings more powerful than I who are capable of such resurrection. I doubt it is his original body. Soul, yes. I did not claim his soul.
Why?
It was stolen from me.
By what?
I cannot tell. Form changed. It toyed with me. Very few beings can toy with my mind.
Well, we killed him once. How are we gonna do it again?
We find him.
How? He's basically a spirit. How can I find the ghost?
Even that which is incorporeal has essence.
So, I should stick with the others, then.
Me. Perhaps you require divine assistance. Or maybe fate will bring him back to you. He wants that love. He will present himself in time.
Very well then. I hope you know what you're talking about.
Do not doubt me.
Well, you just told me that someone played with your mind.
Yes. There are very few beings in existence that can.
Well, I'll leave you to your whatever you do.
Enjoy your time of peace. But I will require sustenance eventually.
Which I give you all the time.
His voice doesn't reply.
I'm gonna snap out this.
The warmth of the Ashton household returns to your body, and you are as you left yourself.
I'm gonna go during the others. When they're finished.
So it's about another 2 hours for them to finish their last round.
That's
You
me.
are, as you sit aside, you are given some tea by Archibald, the major domo of the Ashton household, who his mind seems to be failing a little. Actually, just age, you cannot tell, but he's come to varying terms with the death of Lord and Lady Ashton and what they have done.
Thank you for the tea.
It is my duty, sir.
So how long have you been servant here?
Oh, well, I would say about 10 years. Well, Fabian was, of course, I was a strapping young lad then. Could do my jobs in almost a fourth of the time that it takes me nowadays, but plenty of spare hands around, and nowadays
You must know a lot of secrets, huh?
I try not to poke my nose where it doesn't belong, but depends on what secrets you're asking.
I don't know. Family secrets.
Well, I know a few harmless secrets, a few long gone fancies, and a few naughty ones but I didn't pry into the personal bit. The Lord and Lady.
Do you know what's in the basement?
I have been down. It's ghastly. They claimed it were a renovation, and due to my ailing health, I was not to worry myself with so many stairs. I took a trip down there early in the morning to deal with the damages. But aside from that, beyond the old banquet hall, as it were, there is the vault. That's, I'm afraid that is not for you, sir. Access
Thank you.
is strictly for Lady Samantha.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you again for the tea.
Anything else you require, do not
No.
hesitate to ask.
Thank you.
You sit there as you watch Dole occasionally stroll in and out of the others before he gives up, and you all congregate within the dining hall.
I'm gonna just sit and enjoy my tea until they are finished.
You guys congregate at the dining hall, sat there without mask, drinking tea. What are you guys doing for the next day or two.
I'll at least take a moment to show Kaha all the good hiding spots, and after that, I've no clue.
I don't think I can fit in most of those.
We'll find somewhere you can fit. Don't worry.
Car tries to climb into the bag of holding.
I'm not that dumb.
Are you sure? Do you want to try and put this portable hole in it? I'm gonna speak to Sam and literally have a real one. Hello, dog. I'll put a little dog then. Sorry, shall I? Saying hello, dog, to Christian's wife. Literally, still like say. In all honesty, obviously, I know it's been a lot, but what would you want to do in this situation now?
What do you mean?
Obviously, you've become now the lady of the house. What? I know it's. I know you're young, and I know it might seem. It's better than letting it fester. And just wanted to know, like, what was your plan?
Honestly, I have no clue. I'm scared. I don't. This title scares me. I guess I don't want to lose the house. It's my childhood home, and we could use it. I guess as a somewhere we could stay whenever we come here. Not that we would come here often, but I just don't want to use it.
It's always good to have a lay low, and if we ever need to have anything sent somewhere for safety, I mean, I'm sure you've got places here that you can store things safely. But it would be an option, but obviously, whatever you choose, I wouldn't like to see you. I wouldn't like to see you leave. I know you've also, while your parents may have done a few things. How it can be to live with other people as well growing up, and how you can feel tied to them. Obviously referring to the servants in this situation. More than, but whatever you choose, I'd be more than happy to assist in any way I can.
I think at this point, Sam would just completely break down into tears after holding in everything that she has. Because the reason she played hide and seek was to distract herself. And now that you're talking to her alone, she's just thinking about everything and she's breaking down.
Exactly what I wanted. I wanted her to let it out instead of letting it
Well
fester.
then.
I wanted, in real life, I find it's best to find a way to get it out, which is why I went you alone to do the whole dad role of while you've got your younger older brother, younger big brother in Kaha, but you've got the dad role here. It's like, okay, come on.
Yeah, no, Sam.
While you cry.
Sam's just having a complete mental breakdown at this point.
It's fine. Literally, as he's holding you, as you, one hand just scratching around your crown, but little relaxing. Not quite a full-blown head massage, but that. I'm sure you guys know what I mean, don't you? That inspection there. Yeah.
As you are doing this, you hear from the far end of the room a little hidey hole's not always a bad thing. As you see Doppelbar stood leaning against the wall, sampling a bottle of wine which is very likely above his pay grade.
Hello, Dr. Lamar.
Good afternoon. Give her a bit of time to let it all out. Don't you, chap?
Why don't you go take a seat in the drawing room? We'll be out when we can.
I was only stopping by, but I'll wait.
Still holding Sam's head like, fine, we got this girl. You let it all out. Let it all out. Are you shocking grass to kill Sam? No.
Please.
It's fine. I can always put you to sleep if you want to sleep.
Takes Sam probably about another 10 minutes to work it all out of their system. As the sobs quieting down. As I was saying, look, I can make this a no-go zone. You don't have to worry about us, you don't have to thieves. Just a compensation for previous grievances.
That sounds good.
Also giving you a heads up, Margaret sent off that letter to her mom. Little birdie told me, not just anyone's coming down to inspect. It's not the philosophical, as he said though. You get a nice little visit by the Realm Seeker.
Realm Seeker?
Eskel Randarian's his name. He's an outsourced bit of help for magical issues, as well as he's being accompanied by a funny little halfling who pretty sure is Seeker through memory, member of the council himself, although he'll probably keep that on the down low. You lot are moving up in the world. Put on your nice tailored suits and fancy dresses. Maybe give the big lad in there maybe a waistcoat. Make it look a little smarter.
Maybe a bath too. He doesn't seem like the type to bathe too often.
Hey, Kahar is clean.
You see Doc Fast smile. I was going to say, Carhart isn't entirely clean, by the way. You do remember he has barnacles in for the last few days.
I'm aware.
I'm just making sure everybody else is aware. He is not clean.
Oh, okay.
Those barnacles aren't going away.
No, but I do bathe.
Prestidigitation to clean him.
Was that?
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to clean him.
That only cleans dirt. It does not
Damn it.
remove.
I tried, Kaha, I tried.
No, it's fine. I think it looks cool.
Oh, literally, I can just like minor illusion to hide, so that when we've got people here,
Yeah.
that way he doesn't actually have to wear a waistcoat and his arms.
Aside from that, one last thing. Recommend you don't poke your nose around the assassination business. Not the best place to start your adventures.
By the
Yes,
way,
I know
Doc.
you are a bounty hunter.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do it.
Hey, Doc. What did
This
you
one.
take?
What's that?
What did you take?
Just a few pieces of paper, nothing fancy. Odd they were kept in the vault though. They didn't have a particularly good lock on it.
Where is
Either
this
way.
from?
There is the vault below the room that Lord and Lady Ashton, he vanished down there when you were all recovering. A few bits of paper, maybe the odd trinket, but oh, and this I believe it's from Marquette. Had a sip or two. He puts the cork back in. Hope you don't mind. Helps with the pain. He sort of wiggles his right leg a bit.
Still can't believe you done that. Hurt your leg.
Hey, you offend the Storm Lord, what do you get?
Well, it's your own fault.
What did you do?
That's a story for another day.
I'll just assume something stupid.
Yeah, well, if all the business is in order, I wish you the best. I'm going to be staying out of the general vicinity of Secrets of Memory. He has a very good eye for things, from what I know.
Thank you again for helping.
I do what I can.
Didn't have to help us, but you did. And it means a lot. Without you, we would have died. So thank you.
He shrugs, waves his free hand, and then just opens the door.
Little like salute wave, almost like this like two. See ya.
You know, I think at some point we would have went to like a tavern and went drinking like we were planning to. I just realised that.
You guys do that tonight?
Well, let's do that. If everyone else is up for it.
All the constitution checks.
Probably.
What are we doing?
Getting drinking.
Let's
Except
go.
Tartarus
All day
still
I've been-
doesn't drink.
All day I've been outside just kind of training actual like martial arts instead of just waving things around randomly.
Yeah. But you in the evening head out, Sam, redecked in her adventurer's attire to ensure anonymity. Head out into town and start to get thoroughly sozzled, except for Tartarus, who still refuses to drink any alcohol-based drink.
I'm there with my whiskey, I'm happy.
By the way, do they have like a trading shop around here?
A trading shop.
Yeah.
There's plenty of small shops and businesses around. They would be shut in the evening.
Or a blacksmith.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a blacksmith or two in town, but they would be shut in the late evening, as most of the blacksmithing would be either in their own beds or in a tavern. You all head out into the town.
Sam just gets completely drunk and starts flirting with random people.
Yeah, I want you all to roll me
I'm
constitution
not
check.
getting. I'm not getting pissed. I'm at most I would end up slightly tipsy because I'm a slow whiskey drinker.
Still roll me a constitution check.
Check or saving throw?
Just
Save, sorry, yeah.
I'm good at
Oh
something!
wow, okay.
Sam's on
I
it.
didn't need that, but okay.
Dole is going to join for a con save.
Oh,
Oh.
oh
Someone's
no.
gonna pass out.
For some reason, Dole have her any of her abilities and skills checked, which is weird. So you head out into a busy tavern, get your drink on, and after a few rounds, Dole hits the table. Sam, you are still feeling very strong. The freedom of being drink and the weight lifted from the shadows of being under your family's eye just
Like,
allows you to take things a lot better in your normal car. you're big, you can handle probably double what the rest are. And Bryce, drinking slowly, manages. The three of you can roll me another set of Constitution saves, and if you are going to do anything between.
I'm not
Like
getting
now?
pissed. I am not continuing to drink once I start to feel tipsy.
Okay.
Sam is going to just go around and start flirting with random guys. Because she can. Cause she's another competition save, yeah.
So you guys watch as sort of Sam just pushes herself up from the table and starts talking to the nearest semi-attractive lad she can find.
I'm proud of her, I won't lie.
Another constitution save, yeah?
Yeah, another Constitution save.
Damn
So,
it.
Sam, make me a persuasion check as well, just for the hell of it. Another con save, please.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Good persuasion, not too good con.
Yeah, so you guys watch as Sam's flirting very, very quickly and very, very easily. Her natural beauty quickly catches the eye of a lot of young lads in the room. As she's continuing to drink, continuing to flirt, you watch as her eagerness to forget the last few days catches up with her, and she hits the floor after about her 5th drink.
I'll go wander over and pick her up.
At this point now, you have 2 unconscious party members with Tartarus giving stern glares to the onlookers, and Kamar just carrying and almost babying the small framed Sam as you walk back through
I
the
also
streets.
give death stares to anyone who looks.
As you walk back through the streets to the Ashton household. Come the next day, Dole and Sam wake up a lot later than the rest of you.
I'm assuming severely hungover?
Dole is not as hungover as you have drank a lot more than the young warlock.
Fair.
But come the next day, Archibald knocks on your room, Sam, and says, "Excuse me, Miss Ashton, there's an unusual guest at all. I don't know quite how to describe.
What?
We've got a very funny and glowing symbol on the forehead.
Oh, yeah, I know who. That's Rose.
Yeah,
She's alright. She's my friend. You can let her in.
Very well. He returns. I know. So those of you who've been up, you watch as Rose walks in, very confused by the layouts that you found yourself in, given the previous abodes that she's been travelling in.
Morning, Rose.
No.
Good morning. How are we?
Sam's minted.
Yeah, she is.
Rose just looks confused at the concept of person being.
Sam's recently come into a family fortune.
Okay.
Is what he's trying to say.
How?
We'll discuss it later.
Long story
Yeah.
short, there were cultists involved. It was epic. You missed out.
That's quite a short story. I feel like I missed information.
I've ignored all of the details and just told you the important bits.
Okay, and I assume Sam's parents have given her the house as a reward?
Sam's parents were the cultists.
Oh.
They're dead now.
I'm shooting a death glare over to Blythe, over to Kaha.
I can't tell.
Back to see how Sam is.
Sa-
Hoping that she's too hungover to realise what's just been said.
I thought Sam was still in her room.
I think Sam is still in her room at this point.
Yeah, it's just the three of us.
Like, maybe
Oh, thank
just
God.
getting up.
And is Sam okay?
She drank a lot last night. She's still in bed, I think, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
She will be.
Rose is gonna amble into the kitchen and try tea.
You push yourself through this small door, and there are a lot of people in here, a lot of servants preparing food for the 5 current household members.
Is there any way I can help anyone?
They all look at you incredibly confused as to who you are. You have just rocked up and then just strolled almost straight into the kitchen.
And sorry, I'm Rose. I'm a service envoy. I'd like to help if I can. I'm a friend of Sam's. Never mind. I'd walk out and I kind of go and try and find.
Most of them have never seen a war in their life. So
I'm gonna go and talk to Rose.
Sarah's like unmasked still and things like that.
Tartarus is not unmasked at the moment.
Okay, no, I don't know. He's done that. Good morning, Tartarus.
Morning, Rose. I just want to ask you something.
Of course.
You are like all about nature and stuff, aren't you?
Yes. I mean, I can speak with the Wild Mother, or I could.
I remember you doing this thing with your hand, and a flower grew, or something. I don't remember. Anyway,
I'll do druidcraft and create.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if you can fix this. And Tartarus is gonna take out a small, a wooden carved doll, which half of it looks burned, and the other half it's fine. Could you fix this?
I mean, I don't think I could repair it so much as I could cover the damage. Yeah, I haven't got any more. I mean, could I use druidcraft to sort of fill in the miss? I'll try and fill the gaps with like sort of moss and try and make it look a bit more whole.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
You watch as Rose sort of covers the damaged, burnt part with a very thin layer of green moss.
Thank you.
It's not really repaired, but I hope that.
I appreciate it.
So what's been happening? I went to do some more research on what Karma told us, but I feel
Rather
like
than
we
we
missed
kill-
something.
Other than we killed Sam's parents, nothing too serious.
I'm going to put aside my concern of how he... and Sam is okay?
Not really. I mean, who could be okay if your parents tried to kill you, sacrifice you actually?
They tried to... Sorry. This is all new information to me. They tried to sacrifice her?
Yeah, they tried to sacrifice her to a demon or a devil or whatever. But
Was it just the two of them? Were other people involved?
I think it was only 2 of them, but
The-
cultists are cultists.
The guard were part of the cult, as it were. but the rest were mostly kept out of.
Cultists never end. They always have more and more.
You sound as though you speak with some form of authority.
Let's say I knew a lot of cultists back in the day.
I think it's best if we leave it there. I'm gonna go wake Sam, see where we go next, and I'll go and try and find Sam.
So you ask the elderly gentleman who points you up 2 flights of stairs to a singular small room, which you find Sam heavily wrapped in thick layers of duvets, trying to ward off the headaches that she's suffering. And you can hear the very unattractive groans of somebody dealing with a hangover.
Morning.
Morning.
I see you've had an eventful time. And I assume you're not feeling too well at the moment. Maybe if we all got together for something sweet, we could make a decision on where we go. Assuming, I mean, I've been given very little information to go on, so.
That means getting out of bed, and I'd rather do that.
Would resistance work on a hangover? Resistance to alcohol poisoning?
Not reactively, only proactively. It's only if you cast it before.
Okay. In that case, as I'm like a good 6'10", I'm quite tall. I'm just gonna kind of pick her in the duvet.
Oh. I approve of this.
Let's get you something to eat.
Sam, you suddenly feel a heavy weightlessness to your being as you're still wrapped like a sausage roll in your duvet. You are carried down 2 flights of stairs and very gently dumped on the dining table in front of everybody but Dolashara, who is still sleeping in.
Thank you.
So, what now? Are we safe? Is everything's...
Downstairs needs a bit of a clean up, but otherwise it does appear that Doctor and I have to. So there's no.
You guys haven't been back down 2 days.
I know. I'm making the assumption that it just still needs cleaning up.
So, what now? Sam, do you wish to have a funeral for your parents? I mean, I know what they did, but maybe they were driven to it?
This was of their own accord. I know. But they do deserve a proper burial, I guess.
Or I can just turn their bodies into ash.
Some,
Not.
there is a
Or they
chance.
could make better use of their bodies and give them back to the earth.
Exactly. Ash is great for growing plants. It helps soil out.
Or you could set them out to sea in a boat and you fire a flaming arrow at them.
I can use lightning bolt as my highest level spell.
That seems slightly unnecessary in a landlocked area.
And
Tartarus, are you trying to say something?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to say that there is a small chance that they may have been controlled by something.
I mean, I find it strange that
I believe that what they worshipped, I don't know what they found or whatever, how they got in contact with that thing. But whatever it is, it had
Well,
to do something with Mordus.
how do you know?
what's a Mordus?
Well, we saw him coming out of your father's body, I don't remember, or your mother's.
He didn't come out of Lady Evelyn's body, he appeared from nowhere,
No, okay.
which implies in it either a teleporter or an invisibility.
So there is another person involved.
Yes. Maybe he was controlling them, I don't know.
Well, either way, they were stupid enough to get involved with an archdemon because they couldn't handle the fact that they made stupid decisions in the past that caused them to lose a lot of money and owe a lot of people a lot of money.
I completely agree, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying that because of that chance, even if they did what they did, you may wanna give them a proper burial.
I would like to believe that what they did was the cause of some kind of possession, and I do want to give them a proper burial. They might have been not the greatest of people, but they were my parents, and I love them.
Rose is just gonna sort of pat Sam on the back, and then she's gonna go and find the butler guy that announced me, and kind of see if he can help us to make the arrangements.
Sam's like wiping away like some tears and blaming it on the hangover.
And then once you've done that, she's gonna come back and go, are you staying here, Sam? Are you in the house? Are you staying here, or are you travelling onwards?
Well, people are coming to visit here, I believe, so we better stay for them.
We've got some important visitors coming.
Oh, who's that? Who's coming?
Some fancy people from Amon, I don't remember their names.
Okay.
Nobody tells me nothing.
Well, may I suggest we as a matter of common courtesy.
Oh, by the way, Kaha,
Yes.
this might be more up to your alley, and I'm gonna hand him over the red blade that belonged to Sam's father.
We've only got like one real weapon to use. Obviously, we've got the warlock, but you just get any fancy weapon. Oh, it's a weapon.
I now need to dig out my notes because I have it somewhere.
Well, is this the sword that the armoured?
The Lord Ashton had, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I identified it because he said how it can like give lightning damage. I think it's another 1.5 damage.
First I thought I should sell it, but then I was like, why not use
Into
it?
the exact page in one go. Yeah, you identified this weapon. It is a Protector's longsword. It does 1d8 damage, magical slashing damage, plus a further 2d8 thunder damage on hit.
Oh. What's that? Protector's longsword?
Protector's longsword.
So you've got your trident in one hand, sword in the other.
How much damage? Was that 1d8?
1d8 magical damage, magical slashing damage,
Yep.
plus 2d8 thunder.
Oh, I'm just typing this into the weapon.
Yeah, it's a long red blade. Orangey red, almost like it's just been picked out of a blacksmith's furnace.
Oh,
And you know from when it struck you that it gives a resounding noise from the impact of either flesh or metal that does further damage.
thank you, thank you, Tartarus. I think I could probably use this.
Yeah. Sam, you've also recovered your rapier as well. since then.
Okay. Yay. I'm glad. I think at this point, like, Sam's just, like, wrapping herself up in her duvet again. It's like, someone go and get Joel. I shouldn't be the only one to suffer.
Alright, I run off.
We are going to take a quick 10-minute break.
Right?
And I shall be back for... Yep. 10-minute break.
Yep, no
We'll
worries.
return to continue with the next few days. Okay.
Awesome.
Let me just find out if pausing the stream is something I can do.
Yeah, just put like a load of fan art in the middle. Do a critical role.
Oh yeah, because I've got fan out.
Today by anal lube and Easter eggs.
You're
'cause why
talking.
not?
You are talking to no one. We have 0 viewers.
It's fine. We're still sponsored by anal lube and Easter eggs.
Never know, we might get sent some Easter eggs.
Exactly. Both of which we can get from work. Like that.
Oh, no, we can put it through the sink. Oh,
Isn't that feed the snake?
By the way, they reached 2 million already.
Nope. No, I don't want to log out. Well, it's fine. We'll just have 10 minutes of random chat going on. Mid video.
Can't you edit it out?
I can, but that's effort. And I'm lazy.
Oh, just go to Movie Maker and you can do it like... really fast.
Yeah, you see, but that would require downloading the video. I could literally just go onto Twitch, click export, and it automatically uploads it to YouTube.
Fair enough.
Hey, we have good chats.
We
they
do.
can deal with it. We have the best chats.
I mean, it'll just remind us. It's only us that watch it, so...
Fair.
Like I said, we have 0 viewers. We had not so trendy Brendy for a bit, who said the loser of hide and seek should buy drinks. But they're not here anymore.
I'm pregnant with your children. I hope you're all aware.
Well,
I'm so happy. Everything I've done in this game, I've been really shit at. And then they say drink, and I'm like, yes, I can do that.
I was good at it first.
Yeah.
Out of character, because I don't know how Bryce would ask us in character that Sam. How much can we get from Sam's mansion to take with her? Because I am poor as fuck. I mean, I've still got a bag of your jewellery that I was going to give to you.
Honestly, just as long as it's not in my room and it's not like important.
It was
Like I
from
think
your room.
Fair.
The jewellery from your room that I grabbed, so that when we got you and got you out, you would still have.
Fair. Honestly,
Let's get Paul all your mum's jewellery.
fair. You know what? Go wild, and I'll tell you if you can or can't.
Because I am poor as fuck.
Fair.
Like, I need some spells, but I have to first buy the spell, but then spend 50 gold to put it into my book. So every time I get a spell, I have to then pay extra, so it's really expensive.
Wizard problems.
Yeah. Whereas you just get a stick and hit it hard.
I do indeed.
I just think of an animal then.
Whereas if we want a tiny hut, or anything fancy,
You're a
more than like twice the short vest, I need to have money, I need to have a big old book.
I mean, I'm fine. I've got a ring of warming, so I don't have to wear clothes ever.
No, but
I
it's
keep
more like,
forgetting that you have that.
Yep, that's why I don't wear a shirt ever.
The thing is, didn't I actually get that for you?
Uh,
Didn't Sam
yes.
buy that for Kaha? Or...
Yes, and I gave you the massive wolf's fur coat that I bought.
Oh yeah.
You've still got that. I don't know what you've done with the wolf's coat, but
Oh,
you've
I
got
forgot about I had that.
you've got a giant Kaha-sized wolf's coat.
Aww.
If you ever get cold, that'll definitely keep you warm.
Thank you.
So I now carry around 2 tridents, a long sword, and a great axe.
Packed and ready for any circumstance.
So I've got 2 tridents that I can throw at people. I also have a dagger which I could throw.
Rose has a stick.
Yeah, but Rose can become a giant badger.
Rose can become a giant badger. Yeah, has a... Yeah, or a giant snake that gets taken out in one hit.
They don't have much hit points.
So who was coming to visit? I wasn't actually... I zoned out at that point, I think, or went to make it.
Honestly, I've forgotten. Because technically Kaha wasn't actually there when that was said.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Be surprised for
I can't remember, but I'm going to make the excuse that Sam just had a mental breakdown.
One person was a council member from Amon. I remember that much.
Yeah. And then there was a very, very important person.
I mean, the council member from Amon was the most important one.
Yeah. But there's someone else.
There was the person who should know shit about these people, I think.
Wasn't it a halfling, someone or other? One was a
Possibly.
halfling, maybe?
Possibly. Kaha was outside doing martial arts.
Because Kaha was kung fu fighting.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. gonna see if this will send now. I'll do it from my computer.
Just in the middle.
Apparently the critters have broken physical rules.
Yeah, because they've raised so much money in no time at all.
Yeah, there is like 2 million already.
Yeah.
It's actually on now.
Ah, it sent properly this time.
Yeah, 2 million. That's amazing.
Oh, it's cute.
Aww.
Cheeky
I
dog.
need to say I'll make a quick little cartoon, then I can have £2 million. No, I'll just do a stick man.
That's not really good.
Yeah, never said anything good.
One each.
The stretch goals are slightly ludicrous from what I saw. Someone pledged 85 quid and died back. It's like 100 for a hat.
I mean, there is the option for like, I think if you pledge like 15 grand, you get to like go to dinner with them all.
See, if I had 15 grand, I would do that.
But that doesn't include the cost of you getting
out
there.
No, I think there's.
If
There-
I've got
When you buy you dinner.
Let me get it up because there was one that was an all-expenses paid
25
trip to LA.
25 grand is an honest out to where they film it,
Yep. 25
Along with-
grand.
and lunch with them and everything.
So that's the thing, if I've got the money to spare to be able to afford that, then I've got the money to be able to fly out and buy them dinner as well.
To the lottery.
To be honest, for 25 grand, like you might as well spend the 15 grand and then fly yourself out there. Like that would
Yeah.
be the cheaper option.
All expenses are like hotel, food, drink.
Yeah, but for hotel, food and drink, 10 grand is a lot.
Depends what they put you up in.
Yeah, but still.
Stay in Sam Regal's bed.
Yeah.
With Sam Regal.
Emmy Award-winning Sam Regal.
Because the thing is, like, Travis is obviously lumberjack hot, Liam is nerdy hot, but Talison's just got that thing about him that's like, even though he's not the best looking one there,
Taliesin has made a pact with the devil for his attractiveness. That is.
it's weird, he's got that attractiveness, it's like, you don't know what's attractive.
You know what it... No, he's just got a high passive charisma score.
Exactly! you just fall in love with him, even though he doesn't
And a naturally high intelligence.
look stereotypically attractive.
He just is the king of goth.
I'm not even a goth as well. What's it? I mean, obviously I'm going to keep his car anyway to pick you up and pick you up.
Yeah, Michelle.
I never realised. I'd seen the notices that Ashley and Brian W. Foster were dating.
They're married now, aren't they?
Yes, they're engaged.
now, aren't they?
Who is?
Ashley
W.
and
Foster
Brian.
and Ashley Johnson. Right on. Brian W. Foster breaking girls' hearts everywhere, and Ashley Johnson breaking guys' hearts everywhere.
I remember, like, when I went in my Pike cosplay to London last year, like, Ryan said, "Oh, Ashley would love that," and I, like, almost broke down.
I met Taliesin while cosplaying Molly, and I presented him with the Death Tarot card.
Aww. I was cosplaying Pike when I met Taliesin as well, and he went, "Yes, finally! From love for Ashley." I was like, "No one cosplay Pike? What? That's
Yeah.
not fair."
Next time they come to London, I need to get a signatures ticket because I did not get one last time.
Let me just turn my light on so I can check my wall. Because I've got I got a photo with Matt, a photo with Taliesin. I also got an autograph with Taliesin, an autograph from Marisha, an autograph from Liam, and an autograph from Sam.
There you go. I've had signatures from all of the Rooster Teeth ladies of Ruby.
Oh, nice.
The original 4, yeah.
Yeah, when it came to RTX, when I got a free autograph
No,
thing.
before RTX, when they came to
Oh, back when they came to MCM.
And they did the free signings. And so
Yeah,
it was
because the
massive
reason they stopped going to MCM was because they weren't happy with the prices MCM were charging.
Yeah.
Remember they went to Glasgow and my friends both got autographs from them? Like, it was, who was at the wedding? I can't remember. But two of them came, like, two of the people from Ruby came to MCM Glasgow and they got autographs.
I have never known what goes on at MCM Glasgow.
MCM Glasgow is just a hoot. It's amazing. You can't beat it.
Probably can.
I
Well,
wouldn't.
probably. Well,
I
to be
would go
fair,
if it didn't cost me like 200 to get up there by train. Unless I got off a bus up there, which would take me 2 days.
This is the ridiculous thing. I could go on holiday in like Europe for less than I could go on holiday in Scotland, and I can drive to Scotland.
fair.
Yeah, it cost me 80 quid to go to Birmingham. Me and my wife this weekend. Costing France.
Oof.
And that was getting a coach to Birmingham that took like.
I can get to Birmingham for like 30 quid. This is direct train.
Yeah, train from Devon to Birmingham is about.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was quite a lot to like come from Inverness to London last year.
Did you get the train down? Nice long train.
Yeah.
I remember getting the train to Dundee. That was a nightmare.
I might go to Decon. I haven't decided yet.
Do it. I convinced artisans to come to MCM May literally by saying, "Do it."
Do it. I mean, we live pretty close, don't we, Dylan? We
Yeah.
live like half hour from each other.
Yeah, well, I mean, you live near Guildford, don't you? Because I'm working in Guildford tomorrow.
Where are you working?
University.
I've been so many publishers at like university, but I haven't applied to anything.
Yeah, they've got their new student accommodation being built, and we need to go and do the mains. Or
Student
something like that.
accommodation sucks.
Doesn't matter. I'm just building it.
There.
Actually, not even building it. I'm just putting
Alright.
electricity into it.
Yeah. But you live like on one side of Guildford.
Yeah, it's not too hard. We literally live about half an hour away from each other.
I haven't got a car yet though.
Nah.
I need to actually get. Yeah. Right. Let's get on with this, otherwise we're gonna drag into it. So, the second day passes. Uneventful. You spend a bit more time drinking, funded by the massive treasury that Sam inherited.
We drink her dry.
I think if we ever played hide and seek again, that if Kaha was hiding, Sam would like pretend not to be able to find him, even if she could see him.
Oh.
You spend the.
The spider will creep up on Kaha.
The spider will probably end up getting crushed.
You spend the next day dossing about as you do, trying to forget the last few days. If there's anything anybody wants to do in particular.
Well, I'm obviously going to return the jewelry that I realised I still have. I'm going to give that back to her.
Most of the jewellery are assortments that belong to Lady Evelyn.
No, it was the one that I took from Sam's room before we got her out because I was going to.
Sam, these are a few necklaces, sort of thin ones, some adorned with jewel, which you had been doted with before you left originally.
Now I'm going into the parents' bedroom to loot and see what's there.
Yeah, go ahead. Just roll me an investigation check.
Please don't be a natural one this time. Not a natural one! Yay, I find something!
Okay. So you walk into Lord Fabian and Lady Evelyn's room, which you had gone into the night you rescued Sam. Then you begin rifling through the drawers, picking out jewels, small rings, fine necklaces inlaid with gold and varying different jewellery.
First.
What seems to send a shiver down your spine, though, is that statue of Mammon, Lord of Minaris, is still within the. It has been untouched, along with most of the room since then. And as you begin to take all valuables, you feel that chill down your spine.
Can I ritual cast detect magic and examine it?
Yeah, you do so, and you watch sort of a magical trace fades from the statue.
Now, do I decide to piss off the statue?
You can do so if you wish.
How big is the statue?
Yeah, how big is the statue?
They're gonna come to life and beat the shit out of you, is what I'm thinking.
It's like a full figurine inside of a bust of a human body and head sized statue, but it's a full depiction of what you can only assume is of the arch-fiend Mammon.
You should totally get the half-orc barbarian to smash it.
Well, feel free, Kaha. Yeah, I.
No one's told me it's there.
Are you gonna try and move it?
I'm gonna pocket as much of the jewellery as I can, and I'm gonna pick up the statue. I'm assuming it's like something that I can at least carry.
No, it's rooted on a base, which is a lot. It goes from the floor up to the base. Goes from the floor up to about just under your the upper half body, and then the rest is the full depiction of Mammon.
Kaha!
I'm probably meditating.
You hear just from a distance, Kaha.
I'm gonna try to trace the voice. What?
Smashing time!
I grab my axe and I run towards Bryce.
Everyone else can hear the smashing time comment as well. So this...
Rose wanders off. Pokes her head round the door.
Sam feels like it's her duty of lady of the house now to go see what that means.
you all congregate fairly quickly as you watch Kaha barge through the room to your parents' bedroom, and there Bryce is stood in front of a statue, a fiend, which you assume is the depiction of the Archduke, and Kaha having his axe, his great axe at the ready.
Oh no.
Looks at this thing.
I just got a flashback from Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh god, I know exactly what you're on about.
So do I.
I have never played Team of Annihilation.
The obelisk.
There's a statue at the entrance, and if you break it, or there's a fiend.
So
We're gonna die.
Oh, God.
So you want me to break the statue?
To my band, where's that level spot?
You have already broke it.
Sam?
Like, there's been magic through this statue. It might not be the safest thing to keep it here. Seems like it's bolted down and too heavy to move.
Sam, this is technically your statue now.
It gives me the creeps.
So can I smash it?
Rose is just gonna kind of go, can I try something first? Maybe without destroying it?
Yeah.
I'm
Rose, Rose, do you want to try first? And if it doesn't work, haha.
And then
you
I smash.
the bit.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the statue.
You cast Dispel Magic, but Bryce, you still have the detect magic effects upon your vision, and it does nothing, as there was seemingly no trace of magic when the Dispel Magic was cast upon it.
Then there's no. So now I can see that there's no magic, and you've done. Smash it now while there is 100%. There is no trace found in it.
I just look at Sam.
Sam, what is your
My
point?
thing's cutting out, sorry, what?
Like,
I just look
So
at you
Bryce-
expectantly.
the Bryce explains that I see no magic in there, and Rose has just cast Dispel Magic just to be sure. It doesn't appear to have any magic in there. Bearing in mind, a wisdom, so we'll go with that. But yeah, this is if it wants to be smashed, it looks like there's no trace of magic. That would be the best.
Haha, how bad do you want to smash this thing?
I mean, it looks fucking evil.
Go ahead.
Yeah! Stand back. I reckless attack the statue.
Roll me a reckless attack then.
Ooh, isn't it
I was
great?
going to say, I'll give something to assist.
Oh god.
21.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Anyways, you raise your axe, and because it's not moving, you just bring it down, splitting it, splintering not only the statue itself, but the base that was in it, as the sound echoes from the room down the hall, echoes all around the open areas of the estate. Everything settles as the dust begins to. Carr stood there with his axe almost buried now in it.
Massive grin on my face.
Okay, now we've done that. I don't think that was a very good idea, but it's done now.
What's that? It's just a statue.
You watch as the statue's eyes then look. The stone just grinds and looks up as it's on. For a deep, guttural voice begins speaking at anybody who understands Infernal.
Me?
Shit, I know the other one.
What do I do? What do I do?
I see.
I speak so many good languages.
Look, I don't speak. Nope.
I believe it is just Bryce and Dolashara who speak. No, actually, yeah, no. Dol speaks Infernal. Kaha, you know Abyssal.
Yes, but it sounds like common to me, and it looks like common to me.
And Rose doesn't understand Infernal.
The standard languages.
So, for Dol and Bryce, who are still in the room, they hear the guttural words and their mind translate it through practice. You are insects, toying with my riches. It does not matter. Pay in an equally delicious price. In time. And then the eyes roll back to their original position. The tongue in the mouth stops moving.
Did Dol come up into the room though? Would Dol know this?
Yes, Dol would have followed you, yeah.
I seem to make a habit of this.
Yeah, and obviously, after what happened last time, out of character knowledge, having Dole's spirit laugh about this. This is going to be interesting when Dole gets back.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be
Yeah.
telling Dole.
Out of character, it wasn't until after I said, yeah, go ahead, break it, that my brain went, wait, might be possessed, isn't that the evil demon thing? And then it was smashed. So I couldn't really say anything.
I've got 20 intelligence, not 20 wisdom.
Think before you hit things.
I don't have the common sense to do that. I've got the intelligence to deal with the aftermath.
I waited for the get-go from 3 people before I smashed it. This is not
Yeah,
my
so-
fault.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
Intelligence-wise, we checked it for magic, dispelled it of any magic, and we've had the permission from the lady of the house.
Did everyone notice its eyes move and it talk? They just couldn't understand it.
It was only Bryce and Dole who could understand what.
but could we
was saying.
see its?
You could see it look at you and speak in a very guttural, hate language.
I think Sam would have hid behind Kaha.
Is it like sort of like with the head on the floor at the moment?
Its head is basically on the floor. Its eyes just moved from the stone. The stone came to life. Look,
I'm going to charge Shocking Grasp into my foot and stamp on the head. To just basically try and destroy it. The head.
the electricity does nothing.
I think we should.
You just stamp your foot and almost slip over.
I think we should put this somewhere out of the way.
Maybe we should get this out. That was
Yeah.
spooky.
There are about another 5 of these statues about the house.
Here's a thought. Can't priests do that thing with the holy stuff?
Oh, you mean like you want them to like bless?
Well, like they can remove bad things from evil things. It begins with like an X, I think.
Exorcism?
That's the one.
Yeah,
Maybe we
well,
need
none
some.
of us
Maybe
are
we need
priests.
some priests. I read about it in a book.
Being an acolyte, would I have knowledge of where temples would be?
Well, your background is that you can find.
A local temple?
You've got.
Yeah.
You wouldn't because of how far out.
I'm like out of time, aren't I? No, I know where one was. Probably not there now though.
Either way,
Kymul did not exist when you first created.
When? I suggest we put this somewhere that we're not.
there's multiple of them around the house.
I suggest we remove as many as we can.
I just like crack my knuckles, right? I guess I'll have to move it.
Good night.
I just look at you and go, who else is going to lift the big fucking stone things?
Checking my strength stat. Not me.
Not me.
The wild
I
shaking
don't
bear.
think I am either.
Become a Megazord. Become a gorilla.
So you spend the next 2 hours lifting these heavy statuettes
Fine, it's a good workout.
somewhere tucked well away, prying eyes
Still
of
looking at
any member of the house.
I would then like to go into town.
Sam, where are you sealing these statues?
Probably in the vault, like was suggested. That's a good idea.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait,
See, I'm book smart, not wise.
I would like to go to the kitchens real quick.
You head into the vaults, those are you statuettes, and there are piles upon piles of gem gold. None of you have seen this except for Sam, now that she is lady of the house. But as you put these statues in one by one, there is another at the very far end, watching over every gold.
This This
gonna-
thing is creepy.
Give me a
Have you
sec.
got any spare blankets? We'll cover their faces. And wait, probably won't stop it, but at least it's stop them looking so...
Can I go and find some
We
salt?
don't know how many are in the house. That's the only problem. It could
It's a
be
big house,
everywhere.
you've also got a lot of blankets, you can just... It's just to cover their face.
There'll be a bunch in spare rooms, I guess. We could find them.
You go find blankets, I'm gonna go find some salt. I know what I'm doing, I'm smart at this.
Yeah, of course you are.
I read it in a book.
What was the book called?
I think it was like, I think it was by someone called like Roald Dahl or something.
Oh.
Sam,
I'm just
with
gonna
your
pat
vast-
him on the arm.
Yeah, Sam, with your large knowledge of fantasy books and fiction, there is no Roald Dahl.
Oh.
I'm just making shit up.
I know.
I'm gonna...
I just pat her on the arm like, of course, you know what you're doing. Come on, you can help. Go and get things.
Right, I need salt. Where's the kitchen?
'Kay.
Kitchen.
What? Yeah, they'll be in the kitchen. Go, you can do it. I believe in you.
I'm gonna go find some salt.
Oh,
He is so cute, isn't he, Sam?
you're adorable.
He's your little big brother, isn't he?
Oh.
Right. So, once we have as many of these sealed away in the vault as we can, what would you like to do? By the way, I also have a collection of your mother's... I'm not hiding it, I'm being honest about it all.
Honestly, it's there. We might as well use it to get something.
The way I see it is, and yes, I know it can sound kind of selfish, but there's now the financial situation here to make sure none of us end up in a situation, or less likely to end up in a situation. We can buy health potions, we can buy all these different sorts of items now, so that if we go out, we have got the finances to be able to go out and be safe about it. But obviously, this is all yours. I don't want to end up doing the whole... Let's take advantage of this 18-year-old girl as a 39-year-old.
Let's not touch the money in the vault for now. Too much of it. Because I'm just scared of what will happen if we do. Because they got this because of the Archdemon. So, if we do use too much of it, who knows what might come for us. So we should be careful.
That's sound thinking, Sam. I respect
Well-
that.
If there's anything in the house you think could be of value, let me know, and I'll let you know if it's too important to sell, and if not, you may have it.
Right, and I'm not being selfish about this. This isn't a case of...
No, I understand. No, don't steal anything from my room, please. Especially not my books. Touch my books, you die.
Oh no, I respect books. I would never steal a book.
Good.
You should have seen the collection I had at my old house.
Mine's are mainly fantasy, though.
I had many a fantasy book. I had many a knowledge book. I was quite the avid reader.
Have I come back with my salt yet?
So, my friend Mila probably would have loved you. She was quite the bookworm herself.
We better go find out where Kaha is. We don't want him getting into any trouble.
Kaha has returned with a fairly hefty bag of salt.
Right, I want to make like a semicircle on the in the doorway of the like essentially blocking the doorway of the vault with salt. Just make a semicircle on the floor.
I'm gonna like humor him and be like, will we be able to get out?
Are you a demon?
Not as far as I know.
Then you'll be fine.
I'm
Okay.
going to click my fingers, my spider's going to disappear from... My spider is demonic, so...
Okay, right. So demons can't get out now because they're trapped by the salt.
Okay.
As Kaha is doing this, you hear the slight pitter patter of footsteps as Archibald is walking towards you. Miss Ashton, a letter is addressed to you.
Oh, thank you. I'll read it.
Yeah, he hands you the small slip of paper. It reads, Lady Ashton, it is with great regrets that we hear of the fate of your mother and father. However, we will be conducting an investigation into your household by tomorrow. We are currently travelling along Silvercut Roadway and arrive with it by noon on the... God damn it, my notes weren't open. On the 9th of Curacao tomorrow, guys. Yours faithfully, Realm Seeker Eskel Rindarian and Seeker Asum Enring. And it is sealed with the formal seal of him.
Okay. I'll let the others know what's in the letter.
I'm assuming you told us what the letter said, or at least the gist of it.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know what the letter says.
Well, I guess that means we better have a bit of fun today, because if this happens, you always know how an investigation can go.
As long as they don't break the salt circle, we'll be okay.
It's fine. Shall we go downtown? Let's see if we can buy anything else, any of this otherworldly possessions. Quoting the otherworldly.
Sure. Let's go.
As we go to leave, I'm gonna act like
You cut out. Bryce?
Hello?
We appear to
Bryce?
have lost the wizard.
Yeah, his entire thing is...
Sounds like he's speaking, but can't hear him.
Mhm.
There we go.
hello.
Ah, you're back.
Hello?
You cut out for a solid 10 seconds.
Basically, my plan is I want to act like I've been stopped by the salt circle, so I can't get out.
He's a demon! Sam, get behind me! I draw the sword.
You watch start sort of miming, like his hand can't pass the salt. He tries to like push against it and leans into it. Actually, Bryce, roll me a performance check.
I'm going to speak in Infernal as well to back it up.
With advantage, yeah.
Natural 20, come on.
Oh,
God.
wow. Wait, don't we need to roll something for that?
Yeah, what have you roll inside check?
I feel like it's me, because I feel like...
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want advantage.
Here we go.
Insight.
Bryce is a fiend.
Sam, get behind me! I draw my sword, the new longsword that I've got.
Would I know that he's acting?
Roll me an insight check with advantage. You know acting when you see it.
Okay.
You also know that I'm full of the dad jokes.
Yeah.
Still 13.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, you know Bryce is pulling your leg. But Kaha is sword ready, like charging it. Charging at Bryce.
Bryce, stop. Kaha. He's pretending.
I put the sword to his throat. Are you sure?
Kaha, no, stop.
I'm going to now because he's within 5 feet of me. I'm going to hypnotic gaze him.
Stop.
It's whenever someone's within 5 feet of me, they have to do.
Wisdom save, Kaha. Oh no.
You basically just sort of go limp. You basically you're dazed now. You're, as it says, you're incapacitated, visibly dazed. As long as I'm within 5 feet of you.
Kaha's sword arm just drops. Just stands there, just. Ugh.
Leave the Margrave.
Bit of drool.
Right? That is enough. Stop
I said
it.
nothing
Leave
but
him
look in
alone.
the eye.
Bryce, leave him alone. Stop it.
I'm just chuckling away as a dad's self. I'm gonna walk around him and almost like put the salt, try and move the salt so it's around him.
Bryce, I'm going to keep shouting at him. Would you stop it? It's not fair on him.
I'll
Stop
drop
bullying
it.
him.
I'll drop it and I'm now outside the vault.
And the salt circle is now around Kaha. Kaha, you come to your senses and see now you are surrounded by the salt circle with Bryce on the outside, just chuckling to himself.
Can I hold person?
Come on,
I
Bryce.
can't get out.
Are you casting whole person?
I really want to cast whole person.
Are you
so
going
he's stuck
to?
in the salt circle.
Yeah,
Right.
cast
Will you stop
whole
it?
person.
I would like to rage.
I'm not actually doing it. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push it that far because Sam's asking me not to. I'm just having a dad joke.
It doesn't matter. Kaha rages.
I'm being
Kaha.
bullied by the clever people with magic. I am not happy.
You see his eyes just black over.
Oh god.
I like run up and I'm like, Kaha, look at me. Kaha, look at me.
Wisdom save, Kaha.
All right.
I'm gonna use my fanatical focus to make it with advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
That new thing that I have.
What are you doing?
Oh shit!
No.
No. Bryce is fucked with it a bit too much, and Kaha, bless his soul, rugby tackles Bryce.
I was like in front of him, like trying to calm him down, but I get it too.
Yeah,
I would avoid Sam even in my rage.
I would
No.
take my action to
No.
push Sam out the way.
The wisdom save isn't for you
Ah,
to trust Sam. You watch as Kaha tackles both you and Sam onto the floor.
I'm going to just cast suggestion on him.
With discipline, it's going to be you with discipline.
Rose is just stood next to Tartarus and just
just watching this.
very confused. Just
Yeah,
says to Tartarus,
wisdom
like,
save then, Kaha.
Is this normal?
Actually, I thought I was down.
No, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
your
you've
magic.
You've pushed him a little too far this, and he is now bearing over you, pitch black eyes, and you watch as the barnacles on his right hand begin to grow ever quicker, almost
I'm going-
along his neck and his face.
I'm going to like yell and go, Kaha, stop! It's us! It's me! It's Sam! Look at me! I'm going to try and like everything I can to snap him out of it.
By the way, am I there or am I downstairs?
Oh, just trying to have some fun.
Tartarus, you didn't help with the moving of. You're not there.
Okay.
Paul was an onlooker.
Did I hear any of the commotion?
No. Actually, you may have just heard the faint sounds of Kaha roaring, but
Oh well, I'm gonna continue drinking my tea.
Me and Art is rushing for this! Where is it?
Is it calm emotions you're looking for?
No, me and Artisans actually like wrote something. Like a song thing to try and calm him down. No, I can't find it.
It's like I've just linked the Avengers one where they're trying to calm the Hulk.
Yeah, it's that one. It's literally, we wrote one of those.
They made
No,
a
I
custom
can't
one.
find it.
make me one last wisdom, Kaha.
I'm going to use as an I'm going to oh. Guess I was going to use suggestion again.
Kaha, as you hear Sam screaming, you also hear another voice in your head. Just, that's what to do. I thought we had a deal about things. And your vision comes back. You see Bryce pinned underneath your arms.
Hello, big boy. You back with us now?
I stab my trident into the ground next to him, and I just storm out of the building.
Bryce, you went too far this time. There's a fine line between having fun and offending someone, and you crossed it with Kaha. You need to learn when to stop. He's sensitive. He takes things harder than other folk. You need to realize this. Be careful with him. And I'll go after Kaha.
Kaha, where have you gone?
Is there any, like, fountain, any source of water near the town? In and around?
The closest source of water is all the way on the southern end of the town near the farm quarter, where the rivers run through for irrigation. Aside from that, Kymel's a fairly dry place.
I take it I wouldn't really know about these rivers because I don't know the area.
No, you would not.
I'm just going to go somewhere that's away from people.
Can I try and, I will try and chase after Kaha.
Yeah, you do. Artisans, for the sake of you catching up, you have just watched as Bryce has played a prank on Kaha. Kaha innocently drawing a salt line over the vault to keep the demons within the vault, in which Bryce then pretended to be a demon, seal Kaha within a line of salt. He then lost himself to his rage and tackled both Bryce and Sam to the floor before instantly snapping out of his rage and storming off.
Thank you. I've missed something to be sure of that.
You missed a fair bit, I'll catch you.
That's alright, can you at least listen in to this?
Sam, so you
Mm-hmm.
it's not hard for you to catch up to Kaha as he's sort of storming around looking for somewhere to find a private space.
Did I show them storming out?
Yeah, you would have been in the most likely, or in the Salar, sort of having peace of mind, and walked out and seen Kaha storm from the basement. Sam, fairly quickly in tow.
Sam, what happened?
Bryce played a joke. It went too far. No, continue. After him.
Continue drinking my tea.
Kaha, you quite quickly hear the faster pitter-patter of Sam's feet catching up behind you.
Once I'm away from, the building and there's no one around, I'll just stop.
Yeah, so in the middle of the terraced districts, you just stop.
When I catch up, I'll just, put a hand on his arm and say, Kaha, are you alright?
This always happens.
Alright. Fine. Yeah, it was a joke. It went too far. I think Bryce understands it now.
Nothing's changed. When I was a kid, they always used to play mean jokes on me.
Oh, I feel so bad!
No, people have always been like that to me. They've never. They're always. Everyone's always more cleverer than me.
But you
They
know
always
what?
use that against me.
It doesn't matter how clever someone is. It matters how big their heart is. And you, Kaha, have the biggest heart ever. You care so much about all of us. And you're an amazing person. And you've always got me. And you've always got Dol. And we're always going to be here for you, okay? Ignore Bryce. Ignore his silly practical jokes. Because it doesn't matter. Because you have always got us, okay?
Mhm.
Hug?
I'll hug. I just kind of cry into your shoulder.
Oh, and I'll like just pat his shoulder and be like, there, it's alright, it's alright.
The next day passes very quietly, a tense atmosphere
Oh.
between.
Sorry, I was waiting for them to finish. I would like. I'm assuming they would come back to the manor at night.
Yeah, they would return. Whether Kaha would speak with you is another matter.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would be waiting to. I would be like sitting ambushing him, but when I know he's in his room, I'd wait and possibly I'd just like door.
What is
Kaha?
it? So you knock on my door.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Kaha, can I have a word, please?
What do you want?
May I come in?
Fine.
Open the door. Walk in. Whereabouts is Kaha in the room?
Kind of just sat on his bed with his arms crossed.
I'm putting down my arcane focus, my little puppet that I use to cast spells. I'm leaving it at the door, so I'm not coming in. So you know I'm not using any magic on you. And I'm sitting at the edge of the bed. And can I ask for everyone except for Dillaby to leave the room for a minute?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Everybody else stepping up. Dillable.
I'm sorry about that, big guy. I know I take things too far. My wife always said the same thing.
People always treat me like this. Nothing's ever changed.
Like, do a slightly awkward little shuffle bit closer. Obviously, I don't know what your past was like, but you're such a lovable guy, and I've always been a bit of a prankster, which my wife always said I took a bit far, and I really am sorry.
Well, thank you for apologising.
I won't do something like that again. It's a bit awkward being the eldest here, as I'm sure you can understand, where some people assume you're one way because of how you look when you just want to be yourself.
I know exactly what you mean. Like I said, people always used to call me a monster.
Yeah, people said the same about how I used to be. Like, before I went on my journey, back when I was with my wife, before we ended up getting married, we did some pretty harsh stuff.
Like what?
Oh, I think you know I used to be a bounty hunter.
Yeah, you said.
And with my wife, we used to be part of an organisation, which is why I've got friends all over. But through our jobs trying to track down some of these dangerous people, we had a few backlashes. And one backlash which made me realise that we done things a bit far, and maybe might not have been the best option.
Did some bad people come after you because you were going after bad people?
Yeah. And now I'm a bit lost because I'm stuck trying to find a family after my family was taken from me. And
Did these people kill your family?
I believe so.
You believe so?
It's been 10 years and I still have no memory of it. There was an explosion at my house and I remember nothing from that. All I know
Sometimes.
is my
No, you go.
all I know is that my wife and my and this is when he's really breaking down, and I'm trying hard not to break down.
I just put my hand on your shoulder. I kind of try to look you in the eye and go, sometimes you need to hold on to anything you can. Like, you've got us now, and if anything, you say you think they're dead now because it's been 10 years. That's quite strange because it's actually 10 years ago I lost my mother, but she didn't die, she wasn't killed. So I've still got hope that she might be alive and one day I might be able to find her or find out about her.
No. And this may sound weird, but I was quite fortunate to lose my mother at a young age. But through it all, I'm finding my wife and starting the family of our own. It's left me empty, having lost my family, leaving the organisation, finding like I can play, find people that I can have these play around with. And I'm really sorry that I did take it too far. I do need to be told this sometime. I'm smart, but I'm not always the wisest with people.
It's okay, Bryce. I'm not exactly the cleverest one. I probably don't understand a lot of things that go on, but if you need someone hitting, you come to me, yeah?
I tell you what, why don't I charm them to stay still so you can hit them just...
We'll duo team it. No one will get away.
I'm going to give Carl a hug, and as a hug, you're going to feel a couple of tears literally drip from his face onto your body.
I'm just going to put one arm around you and pat you on the head, because you small wizard man.
I'm 6'4".
I'm 8 foot.
That is true. I am not Sam. Right.
I want you to promise me one thing, Bryce.
Yeah?
If you have any problems, you talk to us about them, and you help me protect these people.
Trust me, I wouldn't let nothing happen to Sam and the rest of you. Tartarus might be an exception, but I'm still working to...
Nothing happens to Tartarus, he's too cool.
He is very cool, isn't he?
He's got such a cool mask.
Oh yeah, a really cool mask.
Oh, I want one.
Oh, we'll see if we can get you a mask of your own someday, shall we?
I feel like that wouldn't help with the monster thing, though. Maybe I should get a human one.
Well, you know, might be able to work out a way to make you look like a human sometimes, so that way...
I'm not ashamed of what I am. I just want people to stop judging me.
I'm glad to hear that.
Right. I think it's time for bed.
Yeah. I'll see you in the morning, Carla.
See you in the morning, Bryce.
And I'll pick up my marionette as I walk out the door.
Right, everyone can come back now.
Everyone back in?
Hello.
Hello.
This was an emotional moment.
Emotions are happening.
Oh.
Shit, that'll be on the stream because you're the one that records the stream.
Yes.
Don't worry, I don't think any of us will watch it out of sake of being a good person.
I mean, this stream has that and my little private thingy earlier as well.
Yeah, that's why, aside from me, like the rest of you shouldn't really rewatch them, except for specific moments. Right. You all settle down for the night. The next day comes, and with the imminent arrival of two prestigious members of the Tal'Dorei Council and High Society, the servants are bustling around the estate, cleaning, ensuring everything perfect. Sam, you are requested to wear something a bit finer, like outfits, while the rest of you are very swiftly tailored to wear something a little respectful than either being bare-chested or in filthy adventurers travelling clothes.
What are they going to try and make me wear?
I'm going to say, for Kaha, I'm literally just going to minor illusion so he looks like he's wearing something fancy. How long does minor illusion last, actually, thinking of it?
Isn't it like a minute?
Oh, it's just a minute. I was going to say, if only it was longer, it would be like...
Minor illusion also cover most of the body, given how big he is.
I was going to say, if it's 5 foot, it would
dimensions.
just be he's wearing a waistcoat sort of thing.
I'm gonna cast this guy's shot.
Tartarus, technically you would be fine so long
No, okay. Fair.
if you wore some proper clothes, you'd probably get away with it.
Okay.
So what are they going to try and make me wear? Because that's important.
Have you got anything that would fit you?
I think they're tailoring things.
Yeah. They, Archibald and a few servants have tailored a few items of clothing. It's not hard to find larger suits and shirts, given the large number of races that exist within Tal'Dorei itself. It would just be a matter of tailoring to personal fit, especially because I'm more like Kaha, a lot larger than.
As long as it's sleeveless and I can show off my tattoos, all is good.
What about a waistcoat?
A waistcoat
Yeah,
will
that-
do, as long as it's not too tight and restrictive. If they try and put him into something that restricts his movement, he will be like a child and just you can't put him in it.
I'll make sure, like, to tell them that as well. To make sure that they get some.
Thank you.
Also, Sam's in a bad mood with Bryce at the moment.
Oh yeah, you have no idea about what happened last night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because Sam
confirm.
is still in a bad mood with Bryce.
So Sam, you'll see me. Sam will imagine giving me the stink eye, whereas I literally go behind, scratch the back of his head, and with a smile.
Whilst I've got my arms out being fitted for a waistcoat.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
As
Sam's
you-
not talking to you today, Bryce.
Your morning passes very clear with preparation, and come near lunchtime, there is a resounding knock at the door as Archibald opens up to a very aged man, very, very past his years, round spectacles sitting on the end of his nose, with a fringe of white hair on the side of his head balding over the top. And then next to him is a very short figure, a halfling with tattoos on his right side, curving down in lines just over his eyes, just down to the midway of his cheeks. Some of his other tattoos spread over the left side of his face, but there you can see acidic scarring covers most of the left side of his face. Not too ghastly, but enough to be noticeable. And he is fully shaved bald, his hands interlocked together as he waits at the door.
I'll go to the door to greet them.
Miss Ashton, I presume?
Yes. Pleasure to meet you.
The short man extends it to the halfling, not having to reach very far up to shake you up. Seek a silver ring. It is. I have come personally on the Council of Tal'Dorei to look into the affairs. Escort Randarian, realm seer as he is.
Pleasure.
Perhaps we should take this conversation in
Of course.
unusual companion. You lead him and his guest in to the dining hall where you're sat. Beverages and food already laid out for you. Here, Seeker puts his hands and elbows on the table, resting up with his fingertips touching and his thumbs touching each other as he looks at you all, raises an eyebrow, studies each of you, gives a sharper eyebrow to people like Kaha and Tartarus, who are still covered. Kaha with his...
We've lost Sam.
It's fine. Kaha with his barnacled arm and up to his neck, while Tartarus's mask raises an eyebrow, both him and the realm seer. Now, I believe I should take a personal account, at least from yourself, Lady Ashton. Then, perhaps some further explanations?
Of course. What do you want to know?
Well, you see, as family were, and still are to some degree, nobility of continent of Tal'Dorei, such suspicious activity raises a lot of questions.
Well, ask away. I'll be happy to answer anything that you need to.
Do you know exactly when infestation of demonic worship began? Perhaps that is a place to start.
When it began, I think it was around the time that I left. I don't know anything more than that. All I know is they weren't worshipping some archdemon when I was there.
Yes. And then from the reports I got from Grave, there was a sacrifice 5 years ago?
Yes. What happened there was, when I was trying to leave again, because I was brought back against my own will, they had hired people from the class to bring me home. And when I was trying to leave, my father caught me, and it didn't end well for me. He knocked me out and told me that he was going because I wouldn't comply with what they wanted me to do by also worshipping this demon, that I would be sacrificed to it. And that was the last thing I remember until I was brought to by a potion, and all of my friends were out cold, and I had to go around and helping them.
You were brought to by a potion. Current compatriots were unconscious.
It was an old family friend who came and helped us.
I see. You mentioned the club. Do
Yes.
you have any descriptions, names?
None, I'm afraid. It was a random person who grabbed me, took me.
I see. And so this conflict led to deaths of Lord and Lady. So I assume with most of your friends unconscious, you killing.
I managed to bring them, all my friends, back. I have a knack for healing. And it was not the outcome I had hoped for, but it was the outcome that came of it, because if we hadn't taken them out, I wouldn't be here right now. I would be dead. I would have been sacrificed. As much as it pained me to say that about my own parents.
Yes. Right. So, do you have any magical objects, notes, such research that can pass on to my dear associate here for study?
I'll dip the cup into my hand slightly and reach down to pull out Sam's mother's book.
And I'll gesture over and be like, yes, the book. It was my mother's, apparently. That was the book that she was using to cast the sacrificing ritual.
It's written in Infernal. In Infernal or Abyssal?
It's written in Abyssal.
It's written in Abyssal. If I'm sure someone of your stature will have translators, but if you're on hand for a quick translation, I can offer my services.
I think I can manage. The Realm Seer pipes up as he begins flicking through the notes, ignoring the rest of you. How morbidly curious. Seems to be reading it faster than any normal person could be expected to. While the Realm Seer sees her, is there any pressing concern we should be aware of? Partake in our thorough investigation of the household.
There are a lot of statues of demons in the vault. They were all over the house, but we put them in the vault.
We put them there in hopes that one of them seemed to talk to us after we stupidly made a decision to break it. And we put them in the vault in hopes that they wouldn't watch us, because they seemed to watch us.
They're freaky shit.
And
Watch
I'll explain that when it was communicating in Infernal about it will come ravage those who use its riches.
Yes, the statues are fairly simple in charms. They are used to survey or ensure a invested watch in those that take a benefaction in. I'm pretty sure they can be filled over the time. Other than that, I cannot help until know exactly how aggravated feeling it tends reprise based on his claim that he will return. And what of the tall gentleman over there? I've no rather intriguing infliction.
You talking to me or the other one?
He raises an eyebrow when you say the other. I was referring to yourself, but if there is a say, then please do explain.
I look over at Tartarus because he's tall. Anyway.
Please do explain if you will.
Um,
Personal curiosity.
what would you like me to explain?
How you came upon such growths on your body? It seems a natural thing to bear such sea-based life on your skin.
Oh yeah, I can't seem to get them off ever. They started appearing once I started using that, this trident here. It's probably some kind of thing, some kind of magical doodah stuff.
I see. Do you suppose? I guess. Well, so long as there causes no lasting harm to yourself,
Not that I'm aware of.
close associates should be of your personal concern.
Bryce told me it was fine, the trident just does cold damage.
It does also have as I'm sure you're aware, there is a curse on it, which does make him a bit more, makes him unwilling to give it up.
You didn't tell me that, I don't know what you're talking about.
Now that is
No, it's my trident.
that is a more pressing concern. Such a magical object can develop stronger emotion in time to the point where they become overwhelmed by such grief.
Don't know what you're talking about. I like my trident. It's shiny.
But,
Hello. Can I see the trident?
You can have a look. It's right here.
Do you not trust me? I'm your friend.
That
trust.
trident is yours.
It is mine.
it's fine.
Why would she have your trident? It's your trident. It's your trident.
I assume that's in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Please, can I just see it for 2 seconds? I promise I'll give it back. Pinky promise, and I'll hold out my pinky.
You can look. I'll keep hold of it. You can have a look.
Make me a wisdom save with this.
4.
No, it's your trident. You earned it.
No. Sorry, Sam, but I earned this trident.
You see the dilemma. It would have to be to ensure that the curse is removed, at least from him personally. The object in question, up to 24 hours. A major divine spell to ensure that the curse is removed on him.
No more magic. People keep doing this magic shit on me. I don't like it.
At least very much for a while, unless he can say no magic on Kaha.
Thank you, Bryce.
What if
If-
samurai had the same magic done on us, Kaha? What happens if you could see the same magic done on us?
What if someone was doing magic on you?
Yeah, if they were saying to do the same magic they were going to do on you on Mira Sam, and you saw it was okay, would you let them do it?
Because if it didn't hurt either of us, then it wouldn't hurt you either.
Maybe. Depends what the magic's gonna do.
I have been researching how to remove curses from a few items. I have some knowledge, but haven't quite perfected the spell yet.
Whoa, I'm not cursed.
You're not cursed.
No, you're
but
not.
I would like to find a way so that you can keep the trident power, but not have it want to try and get you to do some bad things.
Trident doesn't want me to do bad things. Trident doesn't talk to me. Trident's a trident. It's a piece of metal that does some magical damage stuff. It freezes people.
The trident will still do that, Kaha.
Kaha, don't you have blackouts?
That's nothing to do with the trident. That's been happening since before the trident. That's happened for the past 10 years.
There you go. The trident is fine.
See?
As amusing your conversation is, if you were to attempt to remove the curse, it would the individual and the item a good period of time, and then a divine spell of restoration cast upon said wielder to remove the effects. The curse itself is perhaps magically ingrained by a further study.
Now, there ain't no curse. Unless you're talking about these barnacles. If you can get the barnacles off, I'd be interested, because you can't see my cool-ass tattoos anymore.
Let me ask you, is sentient? Does it speak?
Does what speak?
The trident.
The trident? I don't think so. It's a metal thing. I flick it.
Kaha,
Make a
Why
tinging
do
sound.
you care so much about his trident?
Kaha, do you hear a voice? At all? Do you hear anything?
I mean, I hear you now.
No, silly. I mean, anything
Say
to
hello
do
to
with the
the
trident. Yeah, like in your heads, do you hear anything to do with the trident?
I mean, not to do with the trident. I do hear things in my head.
Like what?
I heard things. Oh, I had a dream. I had a dream where something told me it could help me protect you guys.
That's never a good thing, Kaha.
Why not?
Kaha,
Kaha is at this point, you hear, hell, then.
How do I do that? I like look up.
Divert the conversation. Speaking of,
So,
speak out loud. As I tell you.
just go, like I say out loud. Okay.
Tartarus, as you ask the incident of sentient weapons, the realms here says there have been this magical item, this a soul attached to it. Weaponry that's camera. A few put to Vox Machina and not. Let's not speak of the person.
You want weapons with powers and soul stuff? Tartarus's axe just makes people disappear.
What weapon? I don't have any weapons on me.
Don't lie to me, Tartarus. I've seen you use that axe. I've seen it make people disappear.
What axe?
It's at this point, Seeker
Interjects again. I believe we'll be having a second conversation come the end of our initial inquiry. But for the moment, let's continue to speak events of the Ashton Estate. Then we address magical item soul, whatever incidents you're getting yourselves into.
Yeah, so the estate with the cultists.
We can make the assumption that every dead or no?
What did you say?
Hmm?
Can I make the assumption that any and all cultists are dead or tamed?
Yes.
As far as we know, yes.
Is it progress? And the ritual site itself, have you effects for these rituals or left them be?
Sorry, you broke up a bit then.
With regards to the ritual site itself, any green ritual table, a platform, can it be and either the way or else?
You're breaking up again. I can't make you
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's Discord being.
yeah.
One sec.
Well, so, to be fair, it's getting late. We've got work early in the morning.
There we go. That's better.
We are going to have to shoot in a minute though, because I have to drive home still.
That's fine. I was wrapping up for the session almost. And the ritual site itself, is it ingrained into the household, and or can it be destroyed and or sanctified for the security of yourselves and any person within Kaimor?
Well, the ritual site, it is in the basement as far as I know.
That does not fully answer the question. Can it be erased or sanctified?
I don't know, which
Will
is
you
why
express-
Those are some fancy words. I put some salt around the doorway.
How amusing. I will have to inspect the room myself, and then we shall make a final decision. However, I recommend all of you stay within the residence, as I have further questions given light of our conversation.
By
Of
within,
course.
by within the residence, do you mean the building, or can I go out on the grounds?
Within the building, if you do not mind.
Well, but I like going outside. It's nice.
Only for a little while, Kaha, not for too long, promise.
Okay.
Very good, then I shall inspect the chamber below with my compatriots and be back shortly. He gets out of his chair, nodding to the realm seer, who quickly shuts the book that you handed over and takes it with him. And they vanish through the doors, guided by Archibald. That's where we're going to stop for the moment, giving people little time left.